Hello everybody, my name is Cul Blu, bringing you guys random podcast number 37, Team Match Edition. And this is actually pretty cool because Dota decided to implement the whole team match mechanic inside the entire game, the team match function. I'm going to do a random podcast, but I checked the team match, or the team only checkbox, whatever you guys want to call it. So these are obviously teams that are they're in a 5-stack. So we'll probably see some awesome, cool things. More than likely, all the games will be captain's mode, unless they decided to go, maybe decided to go all pick or something, just for fun. But this is a team match, so I'm expecting to see a little bit more coordination than you would typically see in a random pub. And by a little bit more coordination, I mean like maybe things like somebody coming in from the backside, somebody coming from the front side, and all that stuff. But anyway, we are in the captain's mode, indeed in the captain's mode. I'm pretty happy about that, so I get to talk about this. So as far as the first ban, you'll see Nyx Assassin ban. Nyx Assassin, a very potent support as of late. I remember a time when Nyx Assassin wasn't really picked at all, but then he just came out of the middle of nowhere as just giant support, heavy person. Ever since they reworked Spike Carapace, it becomes so much better. So he's getting banned a lot. He's seen a lot of play. He's either the first picked or second picked, or first banned or second banned. All that aside, that's who they decided to ban. They don't want to see him on the field. Moving on to the Radiance ban, they banned themselves like Cottle. Cottle's just annoying and banning the Cottle also prevents the Cottle Phantom Lancer lane that nobody really wants to see. And then also see a Magus ban. Pretty much standard bans all around the board. Magus ban, nobody really wants to face a Magus because Magus is so annoying. And we have to see a Bat Rider ban as well. Bat Rider is just so annoying to deal with in the early game, especially in mid. He's just so annoying that Sticky Napalm. And Sticky Napalm is always relevant during the entire game until somebody gets BKB, of course. But everybody with the 70% turn slow, it's so ridiculous you can't do anything when you're slowed by that much just on your turn rate. So who would have thought turn rates would affect the game? But Bat Rider definitely makes that a pain, so he is banned out by the rating side. As far as the first pick for the Dire side, we see Darkseer. Darkseer really good in all his team fights. His team fight potential is too darn high. If you actually... basically his vacuum is so good in team fights. His wall vacuum combination, we all know about that, so that's really good in team fights. And his surge can help save anybody's life, assuming that he uses it fast enough, that is. His surge always useful, and anybody who has like a dot or a slow or anything can definitely cause problems. Has a slow, will definitely be counted by Darkseer if he's in the vicinity. Just throw a surge on top of the person who's slowed, and they'll be able to get away. As far as the first pick on the side of the Radiant side, they decided to pick the Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon is so good versus Darkseer because Darkseer can surge away and he can run as fast as heck, but Shadow Demon can just disrupt him, and that'll pretty much waste the whole entire 2.5 seconds of that surge. And I think surge level 1 only lasts for 3 seconds, so that's 0.5 seconds of movement speed at max, and it's not really all that much. And then going down the line, Shadow Demon is also useful towards the late games, especially versus the carries, because he can just jump in, throw his disruption on top of a carry who's really well farmed, like maybe a Naga or maybe an Anti-Mage or something like that. And then they'll be fighting themselves, and then they're used to their own enemy. So that's always cool. Queen of Pain is the next pickup for the Dire side, for the Radiant side. They want Queen of Pain mid versus whoever the Dire shall throw at her mid. I think Queen of Pain is always a solid mid because she can blink. She's so versatile. She can jump in and out of those fights. If she's in a lot of trouble, she can just blink away. If she wants to do a lot of harassment, she can just throw as many shadow strikes, throw all the shadow strikes, throw Scream of Pain, and then throw the ulti, which is Psionic Wave, and go for a quick kill. And she's also really good at ganking. As far as the picks on the side of the Dire side, they had picked up a Rubik and a Lifestealer. Lifestealer is automatically countered by that Shadow Demon, but they don't really care. They want that Nyx. Yes, I said it right. They want that Nyx on their side. Nyx definitely gets out of control if you let him get enough farm, but that's true with any carry, but Nyx is especially because he gets a free BKB. And on that note, Shadow Demon does have his ulti. His ulti does, the slow from his ulti does go through the BKB. Or sorry, it goes through the rays of Lifestealer, so Lifestealer can be countered by that. But anyway, that's all said and done. Clockwork was the last pickup by the Radiant side. They just want a solid suicide solo lane. Moving on to the bans and picks. Continuing on with the bans and picks, I mean, the Dire go ahead and ban out the Phantom Lancer. Not too sure why they had to ban him out. Cottle was already banned out, so that kind of defeats the purpose of a Cottle Phantom Lancer lane if Cottle can't be in the gameplay. They probably just don't want to see him at all. Phantom Lancer does get out of control even without a Cottle. Once he gets his items up, he's just destroying everything. Puck is another ban on the Radiant side. I have seen a Puck, and you guys won't see it because I cast an entire random Puckcast number 36 in the overlay mode, so it was kind of a small screen the entire time. But there was a Puck who was out of control. Puck was all over the place, had a 4-step Blink Dagger. 4-step Blink Dagger, and that's all she really needs to just jump all over the place and just destroy everything. So they don't want her to get to that level. Puck is pretty annoying to deal with. As far as the rest of the bans on the Dire side goes, the Dire have banned on a Gyrocopter and a Silencer. Silencer always good with that ulti. He also comes a little bit out of hand, not as out of hand as other carries, but he comes a little out of hand towards the late game when he starts building carry style. And Gyrocopter is just annoying to deal with all those rocket barrages, homing missile, everything. He's just annoying as crap to deal with. So they don't want to see him at all. Moving on to the side of the Radiant, they banned on the Undying. They also banned on the Wisp. Undying is always strong in those early levels, mainly because Decay is so OP, especially if you can get like a 3-man Decay in the tri lane. You can pretty much get like a free, what was it? I think it's 3 times 5. That'll be 3 times 5 HP. Sorry, 3 times 5 times 19. Whatever that number is, that's a lot of HP for free and a lot of damage for free. So he can just be annoying in that stage. And Wisp is also banned out because they don't want to risk the Radiant picking up a Tiny Wisp or CK Wisp or Sven Wisp or Troll Warlord Wisp or what's another Wisp combination? Tiny Wisp, CK Wisp, Troll. Oh, Sven Wisp.
Reserve time.
Ow, excuse me. Sorry, that hurt. And considering that these are the last 2 picks, the Radiant could definitely do that. The Dire could definitely do that if they really wanted to. Actually, no. Now look at Lifesteal Wisp. Yeah, that's another combination. They don't want to see Lifesteal Wisp. So they can Ixnay on the Nyx Wisp, Ixnay on the Wisp-nay. No, Ixnay on the Nyx Wisp-nay. I don't know, whatever you guys want to call it, whatever the pronunciation goes. You guys can figure it out. You guys are intelligent enough to figure that out. So cool. Let's continue on with the picks. We see Alina pick up. Lena's strong in that lane. This will be a tri-lane with a Rubik, Lifestealer, and Lena. Basically, Rubik can telekinesis, Lena can throw out her lightning strike array, and then Lifestealer can just jump in and do all the damage. Throw out open wounds if he has to. Actually, now thinking about it like that, yeah, that's definitely a good combination because Lifestealer is next to him. He can throw open wounds on top of you. Rubik can get close enough to telekinesis, and then Lena can drop her stun on top of you. And her stun is always good in team fights, assuming she stays alive, that is, because Lena does die a little bit fast, or a bit fast, because she's an intelligence hero. What do you expect? So Lightning Strike Array, definitely good. By the way, Lightning Strike Array is the name of her attack. It's called Lightning Strike Array, which I think is weird. I guess it's a giant bolt of lightning falling from the ground who summons a column of flames that damages and stuns enemy. Lena's essence allows her to focus the sun's energy, causing air to combust at will. Oh my gosh, I actually never thought about that. What if somebody tried to do the all sun strat? Remaining. You know, have an Invoker, have a Lena, or nah, that wouldn't work out. It's only 2 people.
5 seconds remaining.
Maybe the all fire strat, yeah, because Shadow Demon's on fire.
Morphling.
Whatever, all that aside, my stalling aside, we see a Morphling pick up. Morphling not commonly played. You don't see him played as much as you did, especially towards TI2, I think it was. You saw a lot of Morphling playing TI2. It was quite ridiculous. But he is picked up by the Radiant side. They only have 1 second left in reserve time, so they were definitely biting all the time for that. Definitely trying to make sure it was the right decision, and they obviously feel good about that. So as far as the lane's matchup is going to be, it's probably going to be Quinn and Pain mid, Clockwork on that Suicide solo lane, and then Shadow Demon Morphling somebody else in the tri lane. Or potentially Shadow Demon Morphling in a dual lane and then somebody in the jungle. You never really know. As far as how the Dire's lineups is going to be matching out, I can see a Rubik running mid, but it probably not. The Dire need to pick out their mid. That's the person they have left to pick out. And now to look at it, the Radiant. No, I was about to say the Radiant were banning out mids, but that's technically true. Bat Rider's a mid, and so is Puck. Puck is a mid as well. Also Suicide solo lane. They could be running a Darkseer mid for the Dire side. But you never really know because Darkseer mid sometimes doesn't work, sometimes he works out. I don't really know the whole thing behind it. And now we see a Mirana pick up. Okay, so I'm really interested to see how these lanes match up. More than likely, we're going to see Lifestealer in the jungle. We'll see Lena run mid, maybe, or maybe Potom run mid. Potom can run mid as well. But I'm just gonna bar that possibility of Potom running mid and say that Potom's gonna run Suicide lane and Darkseer's gonna be running mid. Lifestealer's gonna be in the jungle and then Lena and okay, that's weird. Never mind. That makes no sense. Maybe Rubik can run mid. If Rubik runs mid, that makes a little bit more sense on everything. We have a Lena, Mirana lineup. And then Darkseer is going to be running Suicide solo lane, Nyx in the jungle. Who really knows? Windrunner is the last pickup for the Radiant side. I'm actually pretty into it because what are they going to be doing with that Windrunner is a big question. Are we going to be seeing... No, we're not. Okay, that's a support Windrunner. I was about to say, are we going to be seeing a carry Windrunner? Because I definitely seen one before and it didn't work out. But they did have a cool costume and they did do a lot of damage. It was pretty scary. A Windrunner with a Daedalus... Or not, yeah, Daedalus, Desolator, Shadow Blade. No, it didn't have Shadow Blade. Daedalus, Desolator, something else. I don't know. That's all irrelevant because that was a game that happened like, I don't know, ages ago. And let's go ahead and call out all the teams as far as the Dire side goes. This is 002, 002. That's not 002. Oh man, I probably should have named the team names because this is a team match. Duh. Let's see. 1 second, please. I think it does the team names here. Yes, it does. Yes, 002. Is on the side of the Dire and Eyes on You. I think that's what, yeah, Eyes on You is all on the side of the Radiant side. So cool. I definitely missed out on the point of me doing a team match, was also to call out the teams as well. So anyway, let me go and do introductions as far as the diary goes. The diary, we see Monk. Yeah, we see Monk on that Lifestealer. We see Rock on that Mirana. We see Past the Dutch on that Rubik. We see Razmataz on that Darkseer. And last but not least, we see Riku. Yeah, we see Riku Rolly. Sorry, Rick Roll. Lols. Riku Rolly on that Lena. Moving on to the rating side, who do we see? We see, who's this on this Queen of Pain? We see Eyes on You. Or sorry, we see Crush on that Queen of Pain. Excuse me. We see Crush on that Queen of Pain. We see Pac. Or Papak on that Windrunner. We see Jersey, Ures on that Clockwork. We see Satan. Wow. We see Satan on that Shadow Demon. And last but not least, we see Flawless on that Morphling. And I'm going to try my hardest to call these guys by their name and not necessarily the character, because that's what you do in pro matches. So I'm going to practice this a little bit more, because I know I'm still bad at it. We see Riku coming up with that beautiful costume for Luna. Looks like a Halloween. She has a Halloween costume on. Just run around in circles. That's what Luna does. She's going to burn out in circles. As far as how lanes are matching up, oh my gosh, we see Darkseer in a little bit of trouble. Shadow Demon will be throwing disruption on, Satan will be throwing that disruption on top of Razmataz as soon as Razmataz gets close enough. Razmataz knows he's blocked it. He doesn't know why. He's going to try to eat a tree back out the backside now. There he goes. There's a disruption thrown on top of him. He does have Surge. No, he does not have Surge. No, he doesn't have anything just yet. He's not going to use any skills just yet. He's going to wait for it. See if he can wait it out. But no, he can't. Morphling with the beautiful body block. And there he goes. There goes Darkseer going down to the Shadow Demon. So that game definitely worked out. And are we going to see a tri-lane with the Tinker? I would definitely not be opposed, because that's definitely something new. So we see Windrunner. She's going to go ahead and farm out these Ancients. Why not? She can do that. She has herself a Quelling Blade just for the purpose of that. So she can just farm out the Ancients from the backside. That's actually pretty cool. I didn't know you could actually do that. So she can just sit out here, perma-kill all these things, and I think it will continue to stack by itself. And GLHF thrown out by Clockwork. As far as the... so these guys are abandoning the top lane by the looks of it. Either that or Clockwork's going to be going up there soon. Not too sure. But anyway, as far as the lane matchup goes, like I said, it's a weird lane matchup. I'm going to start with the top lane. We see nobody in the top lane for the rating side versus Lifestealer. He's going to be laning in a Lena. Lifestealer Lena in a Rubik tri-lane. So I definitely did call that out right. We're not going to be seeing a mid-Rubik sad days. But this is a tri-lane up top, and Windrunner's not going to have any part to do with it. She's going to sit here, continuously farm out these Ancients, and continuously stack these guys. It's actually pretty cool. I really did not know you could do that. It's pretty cool. I don't think it'll stack this time, but it's going to take a while to kill all these things, so she's going to continuously attack those things. Let's see if it stacks. I think that should be far enough to stack. Yes, it does stack. Oh my god, that's pretty OP. So there you go, guys. Learn something new. Every time you watch Dota, that's my goal. Teach you guys something new. As far as the mid goes, we see Mirana is mid for the dire side. Oh my gosh, Queen of Pain getting caught out with that stun from Mirana. It did do quite a bit of damage, but she will be able to blink out as soon as she's come back. There we go. She comes back too. She blinks out, and she's fine. But we see Rock versus, we see Mirana versus the Queen of Pain. This is Crush versus Rock. Rock versus Crush. That's kind of funny. And as far as the bottom lane goes, this is a tri-lane. Apparently, this is a Shadow Demon Morphling Clockwork tri-lane versus the Darkseer, and Clockwork does a really good job versus the Darkseer, mainly because he can throw power cogs, and there's nothing Darkseer can do. Darkseer can search all he wants, but if Shadow Demon comes up and okay, see, just right here, this is a perfect example of this. So Darkseer, all he can do is just surge up and stand next to the cogs, and he can't really do anything to run away, and that's pretty much 3 whole seconds. I think it lasts for 3 seconds. Okay, cogs last for 5 seconds. Jesus, so that's pretty much at max level. Is Darkseer were to surge as soon as cogs went around him? Never mind. Power cogs outlast the surge. That's pretty darn ridiculous. But Darkseer will be able to farm up a little bit with those iron shells. And let me go ahead and bring his last hit to the denies. I'm pretty sure Morphling's the one who has the most last hits. Nope, I lied to you guys. I'm so sorry about that. Lifestealer is the one with the most last hits because he has himself an entirely free lane. But Windrunner probably has the most levels because she's farming Ancient. She's level 3 already. And let me go and take a look at the hero levels. We see that Windrunner is in line with the Nyx, just a little bit behind, about right for her lane. And that's just going to go into lane a little bit, just push his wave back, and I'm getting some lag. There we go. All is well, everything is good. And then Windrunner's going to do a little bit of damage to his lifesteal. She's trying to build herself those phase boots. She has 2 of those blades of attack. Because she's not really being bothered by anything. She has a Quelling Blade, 2 blades of attack. She's hitting pretty darn hard on top of any neutral or ancient or creep. But not lifestealer, not yet. So we got a Zervoor placed in the lane by the Dire side. They want to be a little bit aggressive. They want to see where Windrunner is coming from. But no, Windrunner is not even going to be over there. There was a Sentry Ward placed over here by the Shadow Demon. Yes, by the Shadow Demon to D-Ward. Make sure Darkseer had a little bit of a hard time. And Darkseer will be getting caught by the Disruption. Clockwork's going to be around the backside. He has the Battery Assault. And they're going to be annoying the crap out of him. Darkseer will be going down. This is a very difficult lane for Darkseer. Simply because, I mean, between Clockwork and Shadow Demon, there's really nothing he can do but to run away. And we got a Smoke of Deceit on that Shadow Demon. Will they be going for a gang mid soon? I think they will be. The question is, when will they be going for Lena and Rui do a double pull. They pull the creep wave from the top down to the bottom. Nice timing on their parts. A Windrunner is still farming out the Ancients. She needs to get herself vision of that. Oh, she's trying to kill a tree. Alright, okay, I see it. So she basically kills all the tree path down this way to make sure they can run away. And then she attacks them from the other side. That's pretty cool. So that's how you do it, guys. You kill all these trees, you chop down all the trees around here, and then you chop down the trees around here, and you just farm them from the backside. Pretty cute play, but anyway, Rubik and Lena are heading out to mid. I don't know if Queen of Pain knows about this, but she's in a little bit of trouble. She doesn't. She cannot see up her high ground. She's going to blink to the side, and she's cool. They did have an observer ward over here for the Radiant, so she was just barely able to see on the high ground area where they were walking around, so she was safe for the most part. Meanwhile, Windrunner is about to start farming her Ancients, and these guys will be seeing the Ancients walk around this backside. I think Windrunner was able to see the Lena and the Rubik walk over there. Excuse me, and Windrunner is going to come around the backside and say, who's trying to disrupt my farm? Is probably going to try to go for a kill. Queen of Pain is running backside. Rubik's in quite a bit of trouble. Lee's going to throw out the stun. It is going to land on top of the Windrunner. Mirana did throw her stun as well. This is a Windrunner thrown by Windrunner. And Mirana's going to try to go for a kill on top of Windrunner. Star Call thrown by Mirana, able to get the kill on top of Windrunner, able to finish her off. And then we got Shadow Demon walk around the backside. He throws out a Shadow Poison, catches himself a Darkseer. Darkseer is caught with the Soul Catcher. This is Clockwork being annoying as crap with those power cogs. Mirana will be able to leap in another 16 seconds, but I don't think she'll make it long enough, be able to survive long enough. So much damage. These guys are caught on the wrong side of the field. Black Hawk down. Revision 101. Darkseer is here to help out, and this team fight is breaking out a little bit more than I expected it to be. And there's a surge thrown on top of Mirana, so Mirana can move a little bit faster. Mirana is getting hit with so many Shadow Poison. She will be going down to the Windrunner, who did die earlier. And there's a disruption thrown on top of Queen of Pain. Make sure she stays alive. Defensive disruption and a double kill going to the Windrunner. Will she be able to get a triple kill? I think she might be able to if Shadow Demon gets out of her way and she gets stunned up. Rubik tries to activate his talent, but no, it's not enough. And there's a Clockwork getting the kill with that flare. So the fight definitely did break out in a very, very exciting fashion. Windrunner did go down first, but she came back and got a double kill, so she avenged her own death. Sentry Ward placed here by the Shadow Demon. He wants to de-ward all the high ground wards. And there was really no wards placed over here because the supports just came down to try to see if they can get a kill. Ultimately, the Radiant definitely did win on that team fight. Mainly because, well, I mean, Clockwork and Shadow Demon OP, that's really it. I don't know if they TP'd to mid, but they did get to mid with a quickness. Actually, no, Shadow Demon did have a smoke. So Shadow Demon probably smoked up with the Clockwork. They just ran down to mid, and they were moving 20% faster because of that. So I definitely helped them get there soon enough to help their team get 5 kills, or maybe 4 kills, whatever number of kills. Mirana's going to go ahead and leap forward on top of Queen of Pain, so Queen of Pain takes extra damage. Now Mirana's taking a lot of damage, so the Queen of Pain Screaming Pain, and that's going to use her bottle charges to stay alive. Shadow Demon does have an Earner Shadows. I need to stop, take a moment to look at these items. I'm going to focus on top because I think top we might see something happen. Windrunner has her phase boost. She also has a TP scroll. So she's happy about those. Let me go and start from the bottom and move my way up. As far as the bottom line is going to start with Lena. She only has boots and she's pretty poor. She is a support, so we did expect to see that from her. As far as Darkseer goes, Darkseer has himself, he's trying to build himself a soul ring. I think he might have it now. It's in the courier, who knows. But he's trying to build himself a soul ring nonetheless. As far as Rubik goes, Rubik is still poor as well. He doesn't have anything. He's just playing a supportive role. He has a bunch of tangles and a bunch of clarities. That's really it, and some iron branches. Excuse me. As far as Potom goes, Potom is trying to build himself a ring of Aquila so she can actually do some damage. Lifestealer has himself a Hand of Midas, so he will be out of hand pretty darn soon. I think these guys need to go up and deal with that relatively soon. Otherwise, they might find themselves dying to Lifesteal in 3 hits. Because that Hand of Midas is definitely going to pay for itself relatively soon. Hand of Midas takes about 10 minutes for it to pay for itself. I'm going to assume that Lifestealer built that Hand of Midas because he had free farm. He built that Hand of Midas in about 5 minutes, so it'll pay for itself in 15 minutes. Or at the 15-minute mark. Haste Rune is up on the Queen of Pain. Or sorry, up on the Lena. I hear arrow thrown by Mirana. Did it hit anybody? No, it did not hit anybody. And actually, now that I think about it, I need to change my settings again because I did just play a match of Dota and I forgot to change my settings. My stuff is moving pretty darn sharp. And that's not good for you guys. The bottom tower was destroyed. Morphling able to farm that down. And I'm going to go ahead and change my settings while I'm here. Come on, guys. Don't die. There we go. Look at that. Look at that acceleration. It's too high. And there we go. Things should be good. Things should be smooth. There we go. That's much better for the viewing experience. So it's only 8 minutes of me throwing you guys all around the screen. So anyway, at any rate, the bottom tower did go down to the Morphling. Morphling having free farm down bottom. If we take a look at the last hits and denies, we see a Lifestealer and Morphling are toe to toe, or neck and neck. I mean, Lifestealer does have more denies. It's mainly because Windrunner has completely abandoned her lane. Observer were placed here by the Radiant. They don't want her to get anything here. Mirana throws an arrow. Arrow does miss it. Lena will be going down to the Clockwork's Battery Assault plus auto attacks.
Shut your trap.
But that doesn't matter. The Observer Ward was placed over here, so now Windrunner was going to have to invest in a Sentry Ward to make sure that she can stack the camp continuously. Otherwise, she's not going to be able to stack anymore. She's not going to be able to get anymore farm, because that's pretty much her only source of levels. She's level 7 because of that. She only has 18 last hits, so that's quite a bit of XP that she's getting from all those Ancients. And the Sentry Ward will be placed down here soon, I assume. There we go, Windrunner getting donated a Clarity Potion, trying to build the mechanism for a team. And oh yeah, I never finished the items, did I? No, Soul Ring finally up on Darkseer, and that's really it. That's a change on the side of the dire side. Moving on to the rating side, as far as the rating goes, Windrunner is trying to build us up that mechanism. Shadow Demon has that Urn of Shadows, pretty cool on him, especially considering the fact that he's roaming around a little bit more, and probably going to be ganking, especially now since the top tower or bottom tower is gone for the dire. We see TPs coming in from both sides on the top. These guys want to get ready for a big fight, so I'm gonna speed up through his items. Ring of Aquila up on Morphling. That's really about it. Clockwork doesn't have much anything special. Queen of Pain trying to build that Aghanim Scepter, and let me go ahead and get ready for this team fight. It's about to commence. 4v4. There's 4 Radiant versus 4 Dire. Mirana throws the arrow to start out the engagement. The arrow does hit the Windrunner. Beautiful arrow by Mirana. These guys are gonna go in. Star Call thrown out by Mirana, and she will be hitting too. Clockwork catches Mirana, and Mirana just leaps out. Screaming Pain thrown by Queen of Pain. And Lena's caught with a shackle. She goes down. Meanwhile, Clockwork goes to flat. These guys are able to see the Rubik run the backside. Shadow Demon wants to go for the kill on top of Rubik, but no, he's not going to be able to move fast enough. Meanwhile, Potom is throwing another arrow. Arrow does whiff. Just barely missing, and now Queen of Pain almost getting caught, but she blinks away before everything comes through. And now Shadow Demon's in quite a bit of trouble. Shadow Demon's going to do a defensive disruption, so Lifestealer can't really go for the kill. And there's the ulti from ulti from Shadow Demon throwing on top of Darkseer. Darkseer does go down, and Queen of Pain is going to be able to get a free kill on top of Rubik. And Mirana's going to turn around, throw an arrow, and throw a Star Call. Star Call doing so much damage, just crazy amounts of damage. Leap away from Mirana. She gets hit by Queen of Pain, Screaming Pain, and that does so much damage right back to her. That is a level 4 Screaming Pain, and it does hit for 300. So one is reduced by all the, one is going through all the reductions. It only hits for about 200, and I think it was 228, whatever we saw it. Mirana Star Call on the other hand hits for a Star Storm, not Star Call. Hits for the same exact amount of damage, but I think it does. It's a little bit wider radius. Is that what it is? Yep, it's a little bit bigger radius, but I think it has a limit on how many it can hit. Let's see. Nope, it does not have any limit. Cool. That is pretty darn cool.
Dire's top tower is
so anyway, so we got the Dire head down back top. These guys want to defend this top tower because they don't want the top tower to go down. Morphling is up here. Morphling is farmed up a little bit. He has treads and a Ring of Aquila. He's pretty happy about that. And there's a telekinesis thrown by Rubik on top of the creeps to keep the creep wave pushed back a little bit. Clockwork's going to activate Power Clock, so he tried to get away. And these guys, oh sorry, he used that on Clockwork. And beautiful shackle coming from Windrunner, and Darkseer's in a little bit of trouble. Darkseer will be taking quite a bit of damage. Arrow thrown by Mirana, just barely missing that Morphling. Morphling's going to be able to run away. Run, Flawless, run! So Flawless able to dodge that, and I forgot about calling these guys by name because things have been going on so far, or so fast. Meanwhile, Jachi's in a little bit of trouble. Riku's surged up by the Darkseer. And oh wait, never mind. These guys are on the same team. Satan throws out the ulti on top of Monk, and Monk is going to just take that damage, just go and continue to attack creeps because he gets free life still. Why worry about it? He does have a point of Shadow Poison on top of him, but so does Rock, and Rock is going to go and TP away while TP down bottom, farm up this lane. Free farm for her, and she's pretty happy about that. Let's see, meanwhile, what do we see? Razmataz, that's his name. Razmataz is walking over here. He's going to stack the camp so he can get ready to pull his lane because he wants the creep wave to push towards him so they can have a more favorable team fight. Their tower is in relatively healthy condition. Okay, never mind. I was about to say their tower is in relatively healthy condition, which is basically just a little bit above 50%. But anyway, Morphling comes over up top. He uses Remnant, or uses Morph. Crap, what's it called? Replicate. He uses Replicate to go up there. Queen of Pain catches himself on Rubik. Rubik goes down. Rubik got hit with the Shadow Poison, so they were able to see where he was, and he goes down. Not happy about that at all. Morphling trying to build himself that E-Blade, so we will be seeing the old school shotgun Morphling. Basically throw E-Blade on top of you and then throw his Adaptive Strike at max level. He's not going to max it up just yet because he's a little bit ways away from that Eagle Song.
has fallen.
And there's a dust coming up from the dire side. So these guys are going to go for smoke up from the radiant side. They're going to try to see if they can go for a quick kill inside the jungle. See if there's anybody around here. Nobody's around here. Everybody's mid. They might be able to find themselves a free lifestealer. That would be pretty darn big for these guys to get, especially considering the fact that lifestealer is getting closer and closer to that maelstrom. He has 1.4k gold in his bank account. And here's Clockwork coming around the backside. Clockwork's going to throw a battery assault as soon as he can. Lifestealer activates those face boosts. He can try to run. Stun coming out from Lina. Clockwork dodges it. Arrow from Mirana. And pretty much just a game of attrition, really. Pretty much the story of the game is kill the lifestealer, and lifestealer just ran away. He was able to get away because of the support of his teammates. Insane throwing out a few shadow poisons to make sure his team can see what's going on the backside. Meanwhile, who's this? Meanwhile, it's just, yeah, Dutchie's up here, just farming up the creep wave. Just pushing things back, doing what the support does. Give himself a little bit farm here and there. Oh my gosh, you see engaging coming on. Queen of Pain's diving a little bit far. Crush wants to go for a kill on top of somebody. He wants to crush down somebody. Will he be able to catch Rock? I don't really know. Rock's going to throw the arrow, and Queen of Pain just stands still and goes for the last hit on top of Lina. And now Queen of Pain is going to continue to run, or Crush is going to continue running. She's telekinesis. She blinks away while she can. She's taking quite a bit of damage. There's an open wound thrown on top of her. Defensive disruption thrown on top of her as well. The Haitian helping her stay alive. Ultis from Shadow Demon thrown on top of Lifesteal. So Lifesteal is slow. He can't really go in for anything. Shackle Shot does not latch on top of any heroes. Only latches on creeps. And that fight definitely did break out in a weird fashion. Lina was the only one, was the only casualty in that entire engagement. Rubik as well, but Rubik died a little bit earlier. Rubik will be going down soon to Shadow Poison to one thing or another. He goes down to the Windrunner, who has herself a mechanism already, so she can heal her team up whenever she wants. Clockwork throws out the Rapple. He catches himself a He catches himself a Lifesteal. Lifesteal's in quite a bit of trouble. No, Clockwork's now in quite a bit of trouble. Defensive disruption thrown, and Lifesteal's going to go ahead and derp on through those power clocks as you guys just saw. He will be able to survive. Shackle thrown out by Windrunner, not able to latch on top of Lifestealer, but it is able to latch on top of Lina. She's latched to her own tree, and she goes down to all the nukes coming from the Radiant side. So Power Shot Flare able to get the kill on top of that. Clockwork saying thank you. Thank you for the beautiful shackle. That was a pretty darn decent shackle. I think shackle gives vision. I'm not too positive on that. I'm pretty sure shackle does give vision slightly. Mirana throws out the arrow on top of Windrunner. Defensive disruption thrown out by Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon throws a purge on top of Mirana as well. Mirana is slowed up. She can't really do anything. Telekinesis thrown by Rubik to try to keep his teammates alive. He will be keeping. No, he will not be keeping himself alive. No, he will not be keeping Mirana alive. That is. Morphling able to just wave for him and get the kill on top of that. Excuse me, Morphling's at 1.5k gold. This action is going to continue. These guys are going to continue to push. Mirana is down. The only person that can really defend on the side of the Dire is basically Darkseer and Lifestealer. That's really all you need to defend. Morphling's going to go ahead and TP away. He made himself a replicate, so he'll be with his team on demand, and he's going to continue to attack everything. This shows you why Morphling used to be so popular back in the TI2 days. Back before all these fancy heroes like Disruptor, Kato, and all that stuff, mainly because Morphling can just jump in and out of the fight. He's always present with his team just as long as he has a replicate, and he'll probably be using his replicate. There we go. He uses replicate. He's instantly back with his team, so he can pretty much use that every single time he wants. It only costs 25 mana. That's not a lot of mana, and he's also extremely survivable because of his mortar strength, mortar agility. And then on top of that, if he had a shotgun ability on top of that, he will be doing quite a bit. Rubik finds himself a Shadow Strike. It's probably not what he wanted. He wanted Blink. Blink is definitely really a nice ability for Rubik to steal. Especially if Rubik has a Blink dagger, so he can blink twice and then force that forward, and whenever he has that, has enough farm for that. And now you take a look at these items, but the Radiant are going to continue to be a little bit aggressive. As far as items go, we see Queen of Pain is trying to build herself what looks to be a Bloodstone, not necessarily a Aghanim Scepter like I called earlier, so Bloodstone definitely better choice than it. Bloodstone definitely a better choice than Aghanim Scepter at this point, especially considering the fact that she probably doesn't have all the mana sustainability to hold on to Aghanim Scepter anyway. Clockwork has himself phase boost. That's really it. Morphling trying to build himself that E-Blade so he can go ahead and do shotgun Morphling. Will he be building a Dagon after that? I hope he doesn't, because he doesn't need a Dagon. Morphling already has mana issues as it is. Moving on, Shadow Demon has himself the Earn Shadow Arcane Boost, pretty much the same things we've seen him have before. And as far as Windrunner goes, she has pretty much the same standard things. Okay, there we go. Clockwork finally picking up another item. He has himself a Blade Mail. Pretty nice item for him to have, especially considering the fact that these guys want to try to, or are probably going to try to focus him a little bit more. Moving on to what else? Windrunner has himself a 4-step as well. Windrunner is going to be super annoying with that item, just helping her teammates get those kills and get away, and also helping her get away as well. Obviously, Lifesteal has that Hand of Miners. He also has that armlet, so he's able to armlet toggle. Clockwork threw his ulti on top of something. I don't know what he lashed on. I think he lashed into an ally. Don't really know. Anyway, nothing too special happened on top. I mean, Dire's top tower is about to go down. That's really about it. Morphling and company will be able to attack the crap out of that. The whole entire Dire side up here. The Dire side can't really do much. And there's the last hit going to EYES, the Clockwork. Continue on. What do we see? Potom hasn't built anything special just yet. I'm trying to see if she has anything in the courier. No, she has nothing in her inventory. We see Shadow Demon throwing disruption on top of Lifesteal. Lifesteal getting caught out. Just force that forward from Clockwork so he can get away. And Clockwork's going to be a little bit in trouble. He has a Blade Mail activated, so he's dealing damage to everybody. Queen Pain's taking quite a bit of damage from that. And Clockwork throws out a flare. He will be going down to the Shadow Strike, though, unfortunately. Meanwhile, the fight is going to continue around the backside. We see Queen Pain getting the kill on top of that person. Who that was? I think it was Lifestealer. And as Queen of Pain saying, yeah, eat it. Basically because Shadow Strike did enough damage to kill Clockwork on the backside, so she was able to get that kill. Wait, no, Rubik. Sorry, Rubik was able to get that kill. That was Rubik's Shadow Strike. I'm sorry, guys. I got confused. I thought because Queen of Pain and Clockwork are definitely on the same team. So Rubik threw out the Shadow Strike on top of Clockwork, and he was able to get the kill. That's why I was confused. It's so weird when you're trying to cast a match with Rubik in it, because Rubik can steal people's skills, and you have to keep track of that. So yeah, I'm just gonna follow Rubik. I continue on with the items. What else do we see? I don't think there's nothing really special to talk about. Darkseer has himself a slow ring, and there's a brace on Rubik. That's really about it. Also boots on Darkseer as well. Finally, he has boots. He doesn't really need boots at all because he has Surge, but considering the way things are going, he needs boots. E-Blade is finally up on Morphling. That's a big item for him to have. He'll finally be able to do a shotgun. Now he has to max out his Adaptive Strike, and then he'll be able to do a crap ton of damage. Or maybe he's just a waveform right through him. I don't really know. It depends on your preference. Shotgun is typically using your Adaptive Strike, because Adaptive Strike does deal damage based on, I think it's based on your agility. Hold on. Let's see. Strikes an enemy with a blast of water. If Morphling's agility is 50% higher than his strength, it deals maximum damage and minimum stun. If strength is 50% higher, it deals the maximum stun and minimum damage. As far as max damage, let's see. Damage max is 2? What? That's pretty bad. I'm pretty sure it's like 2 times agility or something like that. Yeah, that is 2 times agility. So the damage minimum was 0.25. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it's times agility. Because that wouldn't make sense if it was just 2 total. But anyway, Morphling's apparently able to get a... Yeah, Morphling's able to get a kill on top of Mirana. Rubik steals what? Rubik steals himself Power Shot. But like I said, Morphling's able to get a kill on top of Mirana. He probably just shotgunned her to death. There's a bullseye. GG, well played, go in. Thrown out by Lifesteal. Lifesteal doesn't feel confident about this match anymore. So Flawless definitely proven to be annoying as crap. And also, who is it? Queen of Pain. The Crush on the Queen of Pain. We got DC coming up from Mirana. It says team matchmaking without penalty. Everyone does it versus us. And that's pretty much it in the match, really, because we've seen a whole bunch of DCs coming out from the dire side. They don't want to fight this anymore. They're just going to go ahead and leave. Rubik and Lena are still in this game. Okay, Rubik DCs, and will we be seeing that? Yes, we do see Lena DCs, so that is pretty much end of the game. Pretty quick ending, and Clockwork is going to go ahead and get a free kill on top of Lena. Lena's trying to run away, but she's going to be going down. Bot Lena can't control it all, and Rubik reconnects. Not too sure why Rubik reconnected, but he's still running back to base. So we probably DC it once again. There we go, DC coming up for Rubik, so this game will be ending relatively soon. That was a pretty impressive play coming from the Morphling. I'm pretty sure this Adaptive Strike is like 2 times his agility, or 1.5 times his agility. Yes, there we go. It does say right there. If Morphling... No, wait, no, it doesn't. Oh. Anyway, it will only make sense if it was that. So that makes E-Blade a little bit more dangerous. Basically, 165 times 2 damage plus the times 2 damage that you get from your agility on this one, and that's quite a bit of damage coming up for somebody. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the game. I know I kind of did. This game was a lot of, relatively one-sided. Mainly, the kill score is 21-2. Wow. Windrunner definitely abandoned the lane. That paid off. She did not feed the enemies. She did not have to worry about going down. I think only 2 people died. Yeah, Windrunner died and Clockwork died, so they fed the team. Why you feed, guys? Why you feed? But anyway, all that aside, I hope you guys enjoyed the match. Queen of Pan was building herself a Lincoln Sphere. She's confused me with her build, but she's building herself a Lincoln Sphere instead. Whatever. Hope you guys enjoyed the match. This is the random podcast number 27, team match edition. I will probably do another one soon, but I'm not too sure. But that one was definitely fun to watch and a little bit one-sided, albeit. And oh yeah, I'm pretty sure I already said my name is Cul Blu. See you guys whenever.